So yesterday in Japan, Zelensky, president of Ukraine, shows up at the G7. He was invited because the G7 is supporting Zelensky's fight against Putin. So at that G7, Biden apparently promises to send Zelensky $375 million more in aid, including ammunition, artillery, armored vehicles. Okay, so $375 million more. We're into, 40, 50 billion, I think. Now, the F-16s. This is murky. So America has not said we're going to send USA F-16s to Ukraine. They have not said that. They say F-16s may arrive, but maybe not from us. It's murky. Now, I said in the beginning they should not be giving Zelensky offensive weapons where he can go in and bomb Russia itself. Because if that happens, that gives Putin the justification to blow the living hell out of Ukraine using nuke weapons. Once the Ukrainians have an F-16 going in and bombing Russian cities, Putin could move. Okay? So, you're going to send them, then you have to say to Zelensky, you can't do offensive bombing raids. You can't go outside your border. Can't go into Russian airspace. You can use them as defensive. Okay? It's really fraught with danger here. So that I'm tracking it. Don't know for sure whether those F-16s are going to show up. Now, as many of you know, I read an enormous amount. I have to stay ahead of everything. And I've been reading a book called Only the Dead by Jack Carr. Jack Carr writes contemporary thrillers, okay? And I don't read a lot of fiction anymore because I have to read nonfiction. But I read Carr because Carr teaches me something, all right? He has a lot of credibility with me, because he's a Navy SEAL, he served in Afghanistan, served in Iraq. He knows, all right? And he writes about those things. And he writes thrillers, and they move along, okay? And that's another prerequisite. I can't be like trying to get through it. It has to, like my books, the killing books, they have to fly through, all right? So I'm reading Only the Dead, and in chapter 2, a paragraph I'm going to read to you. Quote, "The war in Ukraine was not going well from a tactical perspective. From a strategic perspective, it had exceeded beyond Russia's expectations. The Americans were drawn in, funding the corrupt Ukrainian government at levels unheard of, even at the height of their follies in Iraq and Afghanistan," unquote. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201, or text Bill to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.